It's Saturday morning and we just stopped at our first estate sale today. Kind of rainy here in Austin, so we skipped the garage sales. But each one of these boxes was $1 for everything that's in there, so we haven't even gone through. So look at all this stuff. There's some phones,
some remotes,
some wireless notebook adapters, and then we got some cool calculators. This is real vintage TI. Show that over there. And then a bunch of clocks.
a lot of West clocks, which is a good brand to look out for.
$3. But then we also got,
They were all $2 each. We found a couple more R.L. Steins and some really vintage other kids books.
and the Kill a Mockingbird, the movie edition, which is pretty good.
Also, a Panasonic old school pencil sharpener. I don't remember how much that was.
I don't either. And we found this cool Rescue Man chrome locking gas tank cap. It's very vintage and looks like it was never used, so we can probably sell it as new other. About 3 weeks ago at our favorite thrift store, we came across a bunch of R.L. Stein vintage 1990s paperbacks. I used to read these as a kid, but they sold for pretty good money. So now we know to look out for them. And this past weekend, we went to a couple of estate sales, and at one of them in the bookshelf, my eyes immediately went towards these two R.L. Steins. So we grabbed them. Didn't even look at the comps or the prices or anything. Then when we got home, we took a look at the comps, and man, check this one out. Always keep an eye out for these kind of things. Christopher Pike, R.L. Stein, Sweet Valley High, and Boxcar Children.
This was the line for the second estate sale, and everything was 50% off. All right, this is what we found at the second estate sale. Not quite as much for that long a line, but we did find some pretty cool stuff. Another West Clocks, travel alarm clock, old school. We found Star Wars VHS, the original trilogy, and it does not have all the new CGI, so it was worth actually some pretty decent money. We found a Starbucks apron, because why not? And some old school charms. That was actually worth
$15 or something like that, 20 maybe.
Project Calc Plus. That was actually worth, I think, maybe 20, 25. Brand new. And some kind of
Epic
fantasy book. That was all right. So all of that ended up costing $8.66. It's pretty awesome. So after my first trip to Savers as a reseller, I can see why a lot of people go there for clothes. There were people with piles of clothes checking out in their carts. But for our niche, here is what I found. And this was only $2. And this was the winner of that trip. Only $3. And I got this bag for $1.99. And I'm really hoping that this Uno National Parks Edition is complete. If not, I'm sure we can get a little bit for these Disney tins or the tin itself. So we'll see. This is a lot we just picked up from Facebook Marketplace. It was a huge lot of Blu-rays and a couple of games. Normally we would try to just get the whole lot, but this time we kind of scouted out some of the best. So we'll throw some comps up there so you can kind of see maybe some that you might look out for. And you'll notice this one does have a crack on the corner here, but we'll trade out the case and it'll be just good as new. I've already gotten an offer on Afro Samurai. And this is Mass Effect 2 Steelbook. Collector's Edition. Having fun at the thrift store is vital. We've got boxing grannies, we've got handmade Elvis sculptures, we've got what appears to be pig's feet socks, ? And things that speak to you, and things that may or may not. And why not have a Elvis toilet seat cover? But we'll end on this. Never stop growing, never stop learning. There's always more.